And now, here to entertain you all, because every day he's hustling. Side Hustle Cinema.
Welcome back to the channel. Side Hustle Cinema here. Thanks for clicking on this video. And today I've got a collection update for you. It's been a couple weeks since I've done one. It's been a little bit slow, honestly, on the new releases. But I did get my Kino Lorber order in, so I'm going to show you that. And then I picked up a few things from eBay, got some imports. So, I made the best of a couple of slow weeks, I think. So, I'll show you what all I picked up here. First, I'll start with something I imported, and that was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stinkorama movie here. We got the J card on there. This came from Umbrella. I actually picked this up from eBay, but you could have ordered it, from Australia. I think Orbit Video has these in now too, so if you're looking to get one, I think you can get them from Orbit. Maybe even on Amazon, actually, now that I think about it. I think I saw them on Amazon too, so pretty wide release on this. But that awesome slipcover though, that's almost worth picking this up just for the slipcover. Very cool. Then you got the classic back. That's almost like the classic movie poster on the back there. I just love that slipcover. It's pretty awesome. And if you don't know what this movie is, the Scratch and Sniff, Stinkorama, whatever version, basically you get a card on the inside. Pretty cool inside artwork too. And on the card here, it's just got some numbers. And when you watch that version, like the Stinkorama version, then at certain points you'll get numbers that pop up on the screen, and you just scratch the corresponding number, and you get a little aroma. It's kind of fun. I actually haven't watched it just yet, but I have smelled all the smells, and it's pretty interesting. So yeah, I'll dig into that soon. But I thought that was really cool. It's a fun idea. I really like that. And I'd also mentioned in my giveaway video, because tonight, if you're watching this on Monday, tonight is the big 1,000 subscriber celebration video right here, the big live stream on the channel. So I'll be giving away a copy. Hopefully you are entered in for this. Because I do have a sealed copy. This one will be going in the mystery box. And so this is probably airing after the deadline. The deadline's Monday at noon. And so, yeah, it's going to be after the deadline. So for the big grand prize, that's over. But you can still tune into the live stream, and there'll be more chances for other giveaways. So make sure you tune in tonight, and hopefully you win something. If not, you'll just be entertained. Alright, so another eBay pickup I got was the Rocky collection. Finally went ahead and pulled the trigger on that, and the big reason I did it was just the price was just too good. Someone was selling it for just 35 bucks on there. It's basically brand new. The only thing they had taken was the digital code. Everything else was, it actually was still wrapped in plastic. They just had made a little slit in there and just took out the digital code. But, yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure about the steel books. I didn't really like the way they released them, one each week. I would have rather just had them all in a set so you could just buy them at one time, but I don't know. I was kind of hoping for some individual slipcovers at some point, but yeah, the price was just too good. 35 bucks for this set. couldn't pass that up. So I just went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. It's a nice set. It's actually a little better than I thought it was, but yeah. So I don't know when I'm going to feel like watching the Rocky movies again. I watch them pretty often as it is. All right. Well, the next thing I got in is was another import, and this one came from Turbine Media, and Studio Canal and Lionsgate actually put this one out, and that is P2 on Blu-ray here with a some new special features and a new Atmos track on here. So when I heard Turbine was putting out this new, this new scan with the upgraded audio, and I didn't have it in my collection, and I love this movie. It's a fun movie. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of a Christmas horror movie. She's an executive working late on Christmas Eve, getting ready to go to a family party, and just as she's leaving, most everyone's out of the building, and she goes down to the parking garage, and the security guard down there, he's a psycho, and he kind of holds her hostage in a way, and the rest of the movie is cat and mouse, her against her captor, and it's just really a fun time. It's a good movie, and it holds up. I mean, I've seen it, quite a few times, and I still enjoy it. I had to pop it in and watch it right away. I wanted to check out that new Atmos track. It was pretty cool, and it looks fantastic. So I wish it came with a slipcover, but it didn't. But that's still okay. And you got, it's a 2-disc set here. You got a lot of stuff going on, and it does have reversible cover art. But the other artwork is really pretty much the same. It's just like a little bit of a pulled back shot. But still, pretty nice release from Turbine Media. So next I've got another eBay order, and this one is Annie on 4K. And yeah, I like Annie. I'm a fan. I grew up watching Annie, and this was the only movie in that Columbia Classics Volume 3 that I was really interested in. So when I saw someone was selling it individually, I jumped on it. Got it for a pretty good price, like $20. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. I haven't seen it in a number of years. It's got Dolby Vision. It's got Dolby Atmos. It's a fun little musical. I know all the songs. I'm not going to sing them, but I know them. And yeah, it's a fun movie. I like it. Let's see what else we got. We got in some Scream Factory, and I got in the Sorority House Massacre. This thing's way overpriced, but it was a special edition, limited to 1,500, and they sell it for like $29. It's ridiculous for a Blu-ray, but it's a pretty popular title. And when I got the email notification that it was like 75% sold out, that's when I was like, I got to jump on it and get it if I want it. And I have had a few people ask for a slipcover for it, so going to be doing the slipcover, and well, I needed to get the movie for that, so yeah, I'm sure it's worth picking up. I just wish the price was a little lower. I don't know, it's kind of steep, and it did sell out. It did hit the it did sell out, so I don't know, kind of crazy. Next is another one that I picked up pretty much to make a slipcover for, and that is Skyline. Really don't know much about this movie. I don't even think I've ever heard of it. I was going to just kind of pass. But I did get several requests, to make a slipcover for it. So, I'm going to be making that slipcover. And, yeah, it looks kind of cool. I mean, it sounds kind of cool. I've heard mixed things, but I'll give it a watch, form my own opinion, I guess. Let me know in the comments section, what do you guys think of Skyline? Is it good? Is it not so good? I don't know. Alright, got another 4K title here. This one is very good. I watched it right away, and that is Deep Impact. I definitely love Deep Impact. Great movie. One of the better, natural disaster kind of movies out there. This one, big cast on this one. Great stories. Multiple storylines going on during the movie. And, just a deep movie, I mean, it really had a lot going on. It looked and sounded pretty good. To be honest, I was going to try to pay more attention to the transfer, but, I get sucked into the story so much that I kind of forgot to even necessarily pay attention. But it did look pretty good, and, sounded decent. It was just a Dolby 5.1 track, but, very, very solid release, and like for $20 too. You can't go wrong there. Now let's get into my Kino Lorber order here. Got some pretty good stuff. What I meant by, my stuff was a little bit different. I've seen everyone's Kino Lorber openings, and it seemed like everyone was showing the same 5 or 6 4K titles. And that's pretty much what everyone picked up. Well, I only picked up one 4K title, and that was Escape from Alcatraz. This one, is a fantastic movie. Haven't seen it in years. Never seen it on disc. I've only ever seen it on TV. This was one of those that would come on, the cable channels, especially like a TBS or something. Seems like on the weekend, you'd find it there in the morning sometime. But it's a good movie. I've always enjoyed this movie, and so I've been wanting to check out this 4K. I bet it looks really good. Very cool cover. I love this cover, and yeah. So that's the only 4K I picked up. Now the reason I didn't grab more is because honestly, most of the 4Ks that have come along I've gotten from Kino. And I'm not going to pick up every single 4K. I know some people, they're collecting that way and they want to get every 4K Kino puts out. But, Kino puts out a lot of 4Ks. And they're going to continue to put out a lot of 4Ks. So, I mean, that's fine. But there's a bunch of those movies that I know I would only watch one time, if ever. So even though the prices are really low, I just don't want to pick up movies just to pick them up. I kind of want to watch them. So I don't know. Like Palin 123, taking a Palin 123. I like the new version. The new version's great, and if it were on 4K, I would buy that one. But am I interested in seeing like the old version? Not really. Not really. So now let me get into the rest of my order, and it's pretty good. I got some cool stuff. Well, the only two from my order that I got that I've actually seen are Revenge of the Ninja and Enter the Ninja. And these were really, solid ninja flicks. I call these like those American ninja movies, because I don't know, like these are the ones that we got on TV here in the States, all the time. And I've been sort of on a ninja kick because I was on a stream where we started talking about Ninja 3: The Domination, and so I wanted to watch that one again. Popped it in, really enjoyed it, and then that led me down that rabbit hole where I have Pray for Death from Arrow, and so that's another great ninja flick. So I watched that one too. So these are in that same, up that same alley. You know, you can watch these, and they're really good. They're really good movies. So picked up those. Let's see what else I got. Now most of these are blind buys, but I did some research on them. You know, I read the description, looked them over a little bit, and you know they're all pretty cheap, and you know they just sounded like they would be good. So I got Wolf Lake with Rod Steiger. This is a 1980 movie, and it's basically about this couple that goes to this island, meets up with this group of guys, and all these guys are like war veterans. Well, the guy that, you know, and his girlfriend there, he's like a deserter. And so they find out that he was a deserter, and things escalate, and they start to get, you know, serious, and then, you know, they start to get a little deadly. And so he, you know, fights back. He has to fight back against this group of guys. And, you know, it's just the hunter and hunted kind of deal. Sounds like a pretty good movie. I haven't seen it. That's just by reading the back. But it sounded pretty intriguing. I'll check it out. This next one was brought to my attention by someone who wanted a slipcover for it. So I went ahead and picked it up. And after checking it out, you know, I'm definitely interested in watching this movie. This sounds great. It's Clockers from Spike Lee. And listen to this cast. You know, you got Harvey Keitel, John Turturro, Delroy Lindo, Mekhi Phifer, Isaiah Washington, and Keith David. That's a pretty awesome cast right there. And so yeah, I'm gonna make a slipcover for this, and you know, I'm looking forward to watching it. I've never seen it. This next one, I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've seen the ending, but I've never sat through the whole movie, like start to finish. And that is Highway to Hell. And you know, this is 1991. 94 minutes on this one. Very cool, you know, looking movie. And I'm going to make a slipcover for this one as well. You know, it'll be a basic Kino cover, but I do have some alternate artwork for the front there, so it should be a nice looking one. The next one I got is from 1979, and that is Scavenger Hunt. And this one sounds like it might be kind of fun. It's a you know, someone dies, and I guess they have an estate that's up for grabs, and it's like 200 million. And so they have this big scavenger hunt where all these people who are trying to, you know, claim this estate, and it's a winner take all kind of deal. And it's got a whole bunch of people in there. I mean, you got let's see, Richard Mulligan, Tony Randall, Vincent Price is in there, Roddy McDowall, Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it. That's pretty interesting. Cloris Leachman. I mean, it's got quite a few people, and I'm sure there'll be more people you recognize, you know, if you watch it. But that might be kind of fun. I like those Cannonball Run kind of movies, so maybe this will be something similar to that. I'm not sure. But yeah, that sounds like a fun one. Another one I picked up is Ballin with Jerry Reed and Peter Fonda. And this one sounded interesting too. I mean, of course, Jerry Reed, you would know him from Smokey and the Bandit movies if you watch any of those. And this one's another one. It's a new 4K remaster. It's from 1978, 99 minutes long. And it says that it's, from, kind of that tradition of Convoy or White Line Fever, if you've ever seen those movies. This was supposed to have some of the most state-of-the-art car chase moments for its time. And it's all like real stuff. Of course, this is way before computers, generated stuff was available. So, yeah, they were supposed to have attempted some stunts that had never been attempted on film before for this movie. So, it sounds pretty cool. See a little film history here, I guess. And it looks like a pretty good movie. And finally, the last one I picked up is it's actually from Code Red. Kino Lorber puts out the Code Red titles as well. This is spy number 167, and that is The Great Smoky Roadblock. And this one's another trucker-style movie. It stars Henry Fonda as well. It's also got Susan Sarandon in it, and it's got Robert Englund in it. Yep, Freddy Krueger. He's on the back here, actually. Right there. Very young-looking Robert Englund. And basically it's about Henry Fonda. He's this truck driver who's getting ready to retire, and he gets his truck repossessed like a week before he was supposed to retire. So he goes and steals his truck back from an impound lot and takes it on like one last mission. He ends up like picking up some illegals. He's going to smuggle them into the States, and I guess all kinds of craziness ensues. And so I don't know, it sounds like a fun movie. It's another one that's got a brand new 2K scan on it, and it's got a on-camera interview with Robert Englund. So that's worth a pickup right there. So sounds like a good one. I'm actually really looking forward to diving into a lot of those titles, on my next days off. They're all like 90 minutes, easy watches. And I bet most of them are going to be pretty good. Sounds like it to me. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you were unsubscribed to the channel, I invite you to do so. Make sure you tune in tonight to that live stream. And, help me celebrate 1,000 subscribers on the channel. And maybe you'll win something in the giveaway. But until next time, stay safe, have fun, keep watching those movies, and I'll see you on the next one.